going on YouTube? Got a little update for y'all. Made my e-brake bracket here for the 98 to 02 F-body rear disc setup for our G-bodies. Shout out to Elko Warren for showing me on how to do this. Well, showing me pictures anyways. I went from there and first thing you want to do is make a template. Start from there. Then after you get your template made, draw that out onto the angle iron. You know what I'm saying? And then for the other side of the car, you use the same template, but flip it and draw it. And that's how you get the measurements for that side. So that way I got a right and a left with the same pattern. And so that's finished product, but I'm gonna make another one because that hole was just a little too close for me. But I mean, everything works and lines up. I'll show you. And I'll show you what I used to make it with was just this cheap $20 angle grinder from Menards and 99 cents a grinding disc, 99 cents cutting wheel. When you use the cutting wheel, you're going to want to get a nice good safety mask if you can, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that's, you know, a must, but I recommend it. You can get them at Menards, whatever. I got this one from Summit Racing, so it's a good idea anyways. And another thing that helps having that is a vise, you know what I'm saying? I just got a cheap little vise on here, works good. Hold it down for when I'm cutting. I'll cut out as much as I can and I'll leave a little bit of extra and I'll use the grinder to get it down perfect, you know what I'm saying, so I don't overcut. Because with the cutting wheel you could accidentally overcut real easy, so I just use the grinder for the finished product, you know what I'm saying. I just cut off most of it, what I can with the cutting wheel. Cutting wheel, I just cut little slits in it more or less, you know, cut it at angles and whatever I could to get these chunks out of there so I could get in there with the angle grinder and start finishing it off. And, you know, drill out your holes and good to go. But I'll show you how it looks on the car. Like I said, I just use this old bed frame post or bed frame chunk of angle iron I just used. Found that at a scrapyard one year, and I knew I was going to make something out of that, and I made a shock relocation bracket out of that and a few other pieces, so I pretty much used up half of that. But I'll show you how this looks on here anyways. Let's see. Again, this is 98 to 02 F-body setup on the G-bodies. This is what I'm trying to pull. That's the e-brake cable. And as you can see on the G-bodies, they don't have a hook. See, on the F-bodies, they got this little loop that pulls on that hook. The G-bodies don't have that. So what I'm going to do is either make a loop out of that, which what Elko Warren said he's seen guys do. They either made a loop out of the G-body one to pull that hook, or you could cut off the F-body end and weld it onto that end. And y'all got any other ideas that might be a little bit better, let me know. I'm all ears. But I haven't really gotten that far right now. I just made the bracket to hold that on. And I'll show you how that looked. And as you can see, bracket goes in here. Goes right on there. That's just one bolt holding it on for now, but see, it just mounts to the back of your axle flange. Comes down. That little hole right there is where these are going to slide into. And as you can see, they got little fangs that stick out, that little prongs or whatever that clip in that hole when you push it in, so it stops it from coming out. So yep, just push it through that hole and And you got your e-brake cable where you want it, more or less, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, the G-body, see, it's going to go right through that hole like that. But as you can see, the G-body cable is a little long. I could use that extra to make a loop out of it. But, you know, I'm not really sure. I haven't got to that part yet. Right now, I just made the bracket to hold it in place, you know, so I'm that much closer to getting this swap done. But, yep, that's where I'm at. It fits in there. Like I said, that's just a mock-up bracket. I'm going to make another one because I didn't like how close that hole was. But, as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Make your template and then trace it out onto the angle iron. So that's the difference between the two. There's the F-body and then there's the G-body. The G-body's like a bike cable and the F-body's got a little hook. And that little hook, or that little loop there, that hole, goes onto this little hook and it pulls it back. See what I'm saying? But yep, I figured I'd show you all that. Not much of a little update, but a little something for some of y'all that were wondering how they do it. Let me know what you think. You got any better ideas, let me know. I'm all ears. So, appreciate the feedback, views, comments. Appreciate it. Thanks.